These are hands, cut from living people, to prove that rubber quotas were being enforced. This was company policy.
King Leopold II of Belgium never set foot in the Congo. He owned it, personally, as private property. From 1885 to 1908, he ran it as a forced labor extraction operation. The death toll. Estimates range from 1 to 10 million people. The international community called him a humanitarian. He received the Congo as a gift from the Berlin Conference of 1884.
The Berlin Conference. That's where they divided Africa. 14 nations.
Not one African representative in the room. They drew lines on a map and called it civilization. Leopold presented himself as a philanthropist. He would bring Christianity, free trade, and progress to the Congo. In exchange, he got the rubber.
And the hands.
And the hands.
Meridian Temporal Research Division.
Field Report EP32. The Congo Free State, 1900 AD. Mission: document what was done here and who authorized it. The rubber system ran on rubber. Wild rubber vines grew throughout the Congo Basin. Leopold's Force Publique, a private army of African soldiers commanded by Belgian officers, enforced rubber quotas on every village. Each village had to deliver a set weight of rubber every 2 weeks. If the quota was not met, the Force Publique took hostages. Women, children. They were held until the men returned with rubber.
The severed hands were a control mechanism. The Force Publique issued bullets to its soldiers. Each bullet had to be accounted for. If a soldier fired a bullet, he had to produce a hand to prove it was used on a person, not wasted on an animal or fired into the air. So soldiers cut hands from the living as well as the dead to make the numbers work. The first person to systematically document what was happening was E.D. Morel, a shipping clerk who noticed that ships leaving Belgium for the Congo carried weapons and ammunition. Ships returning from the Congo carried rubber and ivory. No trade goods, no payment. He understood what that meant. He spent the next decade building the Congo Reform Association. Roger Casement, British consul, traveled the Congo in 1903 and wrote a report that shocked the world. He documented mutilations, murders, and the hostage system in precise diplomatic language. The British government published it. Leopold called it lies. Leopold spent years and millions of francs managing his public image. He funded hospitals. He built public monuments in Belgium. He donated to charities. He burned the Congo Free State's archives in 1908 before transferring the territory to the Belgian government to destroy the evidence. "I will give them my Congo," he said, "but they have no right to know what I did there." He died in 1909. Wealthy. Decorated. Mourned. The Belgian government paid him for the Congo. He used the money to build more monuments to himself in Brussels. Some of them are still standing. The death toll of the Congo Free State is one of the most contested figures in modern history. The Belgian historian Jan van Sina estimated the population of the Congo dropped by half between 1880 and 1920. That is not a precise figure. The records were burned. What we know, millions of people died. From murder. From starvation. From disease accelerated by the forced labor system. From the simple fact that Leopold needed rubber, and they ran away. Adam Hochschild, who wrote the definitive account of this, called it a forgotten Holocaust. He was right about the forgotten part. Leopold's name is still on streets in Belgium. There are still statues. The Congo is still recovering. Field Report EP32 complete. Meridian Temporal Research Division. If you think Leopold was the only one who used famine as a weapon, Field Report EP33 takes us to Ireland, 1845. A country watching its people die while food was being exported. We'll see you there.